Hello, I'm Andrew and welcome to ESL English Practice with Traveller's Guide. These lessons are designed to help you improve your score no matter which English proficiency test you're taking. Please press the thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. In this video, we're going to look at how to answer an IELTS speaking Part 2 question. Although this is an IELTS question, the questions are similar to those found in other English proficiency tests such as TOEFL or Pearson and Cambridge English, so hopefully the practice will be useful no matter which test you're doing. In an IELTS speaking test, for Part 2 you are given a topic to speak about for 1 to 2 minutes. Your speech should have a structure, a beginning, a middle and an end, but you only have 1 minute to prepare your answer. The speaking test is marked on the following 4 criteria: grammar, fluency, pronunciation and vocabulary. So for grammar, make sure your verb tenses are correct. Fluency is not just about speaking as quickly as possible, it's about speaking at a natural pace. Pronunciation is based on how you say words, so make sure you pronounce them properly. And to get a good score in vocabulary, use a variety of words, but make sure you use them correctly. We're now going to look at an example question, which I have prepared an answer to. Here is our IELTS speaking Part 2 topic. Describe a toy you had when you were a child. You should say what the toy looked like, where you got the toy, do you still have this toy, and explain why you remember this toy so well. The first thing to notice is the word describe. IELTS Part 2 speaking topics always start with the word describe, and it just means talk about. But if you're describing something, you should remember to think about what does it look like, what does it do, how does it work. Tell us everything you can about it. Next we have the word toy. What is a toy? A toy is something like a doll or an action figure, a board game or a teddy that children tend to play with. A computer game, for example, would not count as a toy. And you can't talk about a sport in this case either. So make sure the item you choose to talk about is definitely a toy. Next we have the phrase, when you were a child. Now this immediately tells us that your speech should mostly be in the past tense. You were a child in the past, so make sure when you're talking about that time, you remember to use the past tense. The topic card also includes some additional things to talk about. What the toy looked like, so describe the appearance, the colour, the shape, any special features it has. Where you got the toy. Maybe you bought it yourself, maybe someone gave it to you. Do you still have this toy? Where is it now? If you don't know, you can explain why, or you can miss out this part. You don't have to talk about everything on the card. And finally, explain why you remember this toy so well. In the test, you only have 1 minute to prepare, and I think a good idea is to use a spider diagram such as this one. In the center, you write the keyword from the topic. So in this case, you could write which kind of toy it was. And around the outside, you can use who, where, what, why, when, and how to think of some extra questions. For example, who? Who gave the toy to you? Who did you play with it with? How? How does the toy work? How much did it cost? So you can think of your own ideas in addition to the questions on the topic card. I'm going to start my example answer with an introduction. Playing with toys is an important part of a child's development, and many people have fond memories of the toys they played with as children. I'd like to tell you about a memorable toy from my childhood, which was a spirograph. So in my introduction, I have just 2 sentences. The first one is a very general statement to introduce the idea of the topic of toys. This statement shows that I understand the question, and I've included some keywords from the topic card. Toys, child, memories, so it's clear what I'm going to be talking about in this speech. And in the second sentence, I'm making my choice of toy clear. The toy is a spirograph, and don't worry if you don't know what that is, because I'm going to explain it as I go on. And I've used the phrase from my childhood, which is another way of saying when I was a child. Now I'm going to go on to the main part of the speech, and in my next paragraph, I'm going to explain exactly what the toy is. A spirograph is a kind of drawing tool consisting of several different plastic cogs and a frame to put them inside. To use the toy, you put the frame on top of a blank piece of paper, then choose one of the cogs to go inside the frame. Then you select a coloured pen and place the tip inside one of the holes in the cog. You then move the cog round and round the frame in a circular motion, drawing spiralling lines on the page, creating colourful patterns. So here I'm dealing with elements such as what and how. What is the toy? What does it look like? And how do you use this toy? How does it work? And I've tried to use some advanced vocabulary like consisting, cogs, circular motion, and spiraling. These high-level words really give a vivid description of the toy. Next paragraph. This toy was given to me by my aunt and uncle one time, for no particular reason. It used to belong to my cousin, but he was a few years older than me and didn't want this toy anymore. Even though the toy had been used before, the strong plastic was in good condition, and as you can use your own paper and pens, it was suitable as a second-hand toy. So in this paragraph, I'm dealing with elements such as who, where, and why. Who gave the toy to you? And in my case, who did it belong to before? Where did it come from? And why? Why did I get this toy? Although in this case, it was for no particular reason. Even if you don't know something or if it doesn't apply, you can explain it using a negative phrase. I've used complex sentences such as this one, so you can see the sentence has 4 different parts to it. Remember, with an even though sentence or an although sentence, we don't include a but. And now the next paragraph. I remember that I played with this toy a lot, although I don't know where it is now. Perhaps my mother passed it on to another family when I got older. This toy is perhaps most suitable for children around the age of 10, and as I grew older, I stopped playing with it as often. Notice my use of the past tense here with verbs play, pass, get, grow, and stop. I'm talking about things that happened in the past, so I need to use the past tense. Although I'm also using the present tense sometimes, such as in the phrase I don't know where it is now. This sentence is set at the present time, so I'm using the present tense. Also in the phrase, this toy is perhaps more suitable for children. I'm talking about the suitability of the toy, so this is a timeless statement, so I'm using the present tense. And I'm going to finish my speech with a short conclusion. This toy was especially memorable for me because I have always been interested in art and drawing. This toy is a very simple way to make pleasing drawings, and by using a variety of paper and pens, the drawings can be unique. I think this would be a good toy for children nowadays, if they are interested in drawing. So I've ended my speech with a general statement much like I began it, and I've reiterated a statement I made earlier about the toy's suitability for children, with the added if statement of them being interested in drawing. So that's the end of my example answer for the Part 2 speaking topic, describe a toy you had when you were a child. As you can see, it's over 300 words, so it's quite a lot of writing, but speaking it should take about 2 minutes. Thanks for watching my video. Remember to press the thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you next time on ESL English Practice. Goodbye.